this is for my patrons, and I mean, I fully agree, and I'm not trying to hide.
They like hearing from me.
They do. They probably do.
Well, you're gonna put
Jump
me
in
the
there.
video anyway.
Jump in there. Hello, patrons. So, I think this is the first patron video, maybe your second patron video.
I don't know because you don't tell me.
Fair enough. So, today we have another new thing out here, and that is the Marlin 336 in 3030. This is the one you guys voted for, and I went ahead and got it. I haven't gotten the Henry yet. The Henry's coming, supposedly, but we're still waiting on that. So in the meantime, I wanted to put some rounds through this thing, and, well, we already have some feelings about this so far.
We have feelings.
Now, I don't know the exact date of manufacture on this. My assumption is, considering how long it's been in the shop that I got it from, Gun Pro in Springfield, it's probably been a year or two since this thing's been manufactured, which tells me this was in like the height of the Freedom Group era at Marlin, which is not a good thing, and it seems to feel that way. When I was dry cycling this, it's like, okay, it's got some sharp edges, but it's fairly smooth-ish. That's not a huge deal. You know, definitely something I can work through. But then we started shooting this thing, and we still have to diagnose it. I'm assuming what's happening is the fired rounds are expanding to fit the chamber, and it's making it a bitch to get those rounds out of the chamber. Like, to the point where you were having to use your left hand to actually
change hands
to pull the lever down. I was having to like punch this thing over and over to get it to open up.
There was blood.
Yeah, well, the blood is from me just being an idiot with something else, which I'll get to. But there is blood. This thing has drawn blood in its first range day out. Not bad, but still. And we're just shooting some cheap PPU ammo through it, which might be part of the issue, but I can't imagine. I've had no issues with PPU in any other gun. But just wanted to let you guys know about that. If you guys have experience with that, definitely let me know. I'm probably, as you recommended, and one of my other friends here recommended, probably going to leather wrap the bottom of this puppy, because it is sharp, and with how much force it's taken to get some of those rounds out, that I think will make life a lot more pleasant.
And it looks cool if you leave little tassels.
It's true. That is true. And I will say it's not every round. Some of them come out nice and easy, but some of them are just in there.
There was one round that you shot.
There was a couple. You guys were talking.
The entire time I was shooting, the rounds got stuck, and they got stuck hard.
Yeah.
And typically, the very last round that came out was stuck the hardest. So I don't know if it's like a heat issue or a grit issue combined with the expansion of the casing. But whatever it is as you shoot it, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Which that was my experience with.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
I don't know. We'll see. We've only put 25, I think, rounds through it.
And it could be a break-in issue.
It could be a break-in thing.
But
still, it's a painful break-in process.
There are break-in periods and there are break-in periods. And with something that is that stiff and that hard to manipulate, I don't know how much of a break-in period it's going to need. I mean, what, 15,000 million rounds or something? I mean, break it in by breaking it. I don't know.
We'll see. Because I'm going to be shooting this. Once the Henry comes in, I'm going to be shooting these two side by side quite a bit. And I specifically got this model because it means I can put a Midwest Industries handguard on it eventually if I want to, which I know he's not a super big fan of, but it gives me... I never cared about lever actions until I saw those Midwest Industries handguards, and I was like, you know what? That means I can put a light on it, which to me is one of the most important things on a self-defense gun, especially a long gun. And they make rails, so I can put a red dot on it. So a red dot and a light on one of these, if you're living in a banned state, or the state that Lake Oswego high school students want to make us live in here in Oregon, might be a pretty viable little self-defense gun.
So you know what that's like? That is like taking a 57 Chevy and throwing a spoiler on the back of it and ground effects underneath, and then street racing it against Honda Civics. That's what that's like.
No, I disagree.
This is a gun design that has a rich history and tradition in the Old West, and you know, cowboy movies and people. Grandpa's old rifle won't take out and get a deer. Whatever you want to say, but you're gonna put a rail on it and freaking, I don't know. It seems sacrilegious.
He's old.
I am old.
Anyway, well, which actually, since you guys are
so
patrons,
is the gun.
Gun, well, yes, the
design of the gun is old. Yes, thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely, it is. I think pre-1900.
Why would you want to take a 30-30 lever action rifle and turn it into a weird version of an AR?
Because it's cool. But speaking of our age difference, we are going to be doing a 1911 versus Glock video.
Yes, we
where
are.
we sit down
Over scotch and cigars.
over scotch and cigars, where we sit down and talk about me fighting for on behalf of things like the Glock, possibly other similar striker-fired guns now, and you talking more on behalf of the 1911.
Because I got opinions.
Because he has opinions, and I have opinions. And I think we can find some interesting information out and find some possible mutual ground. Either way, I think it'll be
And
good.
this is not going to be like all the other videos that the people have been doing. We're actually going to be not talking about, oh my gosh, it won 2 world wars and blah, blah, bliggity blah.
hate that
There's
argument
form and function, the
so
functionality
much.
of each weapon, the pros and cons of different ammunitions that can be fired through those things. You know, how easy are they for new shooters, or how easy are they for, you know, self-defense, that kind of thing. Carry options, carryability of those kinds of things. There's going to be good information. So it's not just going to be like, God dang it, you whippersnapper, you got a plastic gun.
Depends on how much scotch we get through before we turn the camera
Well, I can drink a lot of scotch.
on. As can I. So again, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up since this is the gun you guys voted for.
We don't like it.
I'm withholding judgment for now, but I am not far off from your opinion.
I'm a judgmental person.
Again, only 25 rounds, a single range section. It's shooting pretty well-ish. You know,
little high.
It's a little
Shoots a little
high.
high.
I need, see, the problem is we've only shot it offhand at 100 yards. I need to like sit supported on a bench and
To
shoot
be
this.
fair, we should probably do a better, more structured testing of the rifle.
Yes, which obviously will be happening over
But
time.
having to force that lever down kind of takes away all the scientific want to. Because I was about to hit it with a hammer.
Yeah,
I don't
it
have
was-
a hammer.
it-
No, I do have a hammer in the truck.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I do. I got like 3.
So yeah, that was really just not a fun thing. But we'll see what happens over time. I'm really hoping that the Henry just out of the box is like glass.
It's pretty.
It's going to be very pretty.
I
Or
like
this
Henry.
is very pretty. Or
That's
the
a pretty
Henry?
gun. I mean, look, the visually, it's a visually beautiful gun.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a very nice gun.
Look
It's
at
a
it.
style that I like. I've owned a lot of, Model 94 Winchesters and things throughout my life.
I
And
really
those
like the
things shot
texturing.
great.
The texturing actually feels a
That-
lot nicer. I'm sure that they, I'm sure it's not done by hand at Marlin. There's no way this is hand done texturing for $515 is what I paid for this out the door.
I've done hand checkering. That stuff sucks.
Oh, it's not. I actually watched. I think Brownells did a video about it, how to do it, and it was like zen. It was like zen for
tedious
me. It
and
was just so
time-consuming.
fascinating watching that guy do it, and it looked gorgeous. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is coming now. There's some weird things about it that I'm not super used to. It actually says safe on it. Interesting. There's just fire on that side. I didn't notice the word safe on there before. Anyway, just got this thing a couple hours ago, so I guess there's that for you. But again, we'll see how it goes. I'm really hoping that thing smooths out, because if not, this thing does not have long for my gun safe.
Shoot it once and hit him with it later.
Yeah. So I like the loading gate on these over the Henrys, but it's supposed to be a 6-round tube. I can get 5.95 rounds in there. Like the last round just does not want to go all the way in.
I told him to hit it with a hammer, and he said no.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a good idea to hit the back of a case with a hammer. I think it has. I'd put money on that it has. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so again, I just want to give you guys an update on that. Also, we're going to do that 1911 versus Glock video soon. Got some other videos coming through. We just did one on the trigger in that AR that you love.
I love that AR
He
so
loves
much.
it, and I don't blame him. It's a great shooting
Love
gun.
that AR so much.
But yeah.
Pistol.
So again, I really appreciate your guys' contributions on this channel. It really does make a difference. That's what bought the 3030 ammo that we came out here with. I think I might try some different ammo, see if it also sticks in the chamber. I would be really surprised if PPU was the problem, though. It's not Tula, so.
Does Tula make a 3?
I don't think they
30-30?
do. I don't think they do. But they do make a 30 carbine, which I'm going to try M1 carbine. But she was kind of offended that I didn't bring him out.
I wasn't
with that.
offended. I was disappointed.
It's a very parent thing to say. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. So anyway, again, I really do appreciate your guys' help here on the channel. It does make a very significant difference in what I'm able to get done. So really do appreciate that. I'm glad you guys chose this for the next gun, because I've been wanting to get into lever guns. And that was a really good excuse to do it. And I'm really excited to see how the Henry does next to this thing. But anyway. If you guys have questions, I'm always available for you guys, whether it's through direct message or email or anything like that. Definitely just hit me up, and I'll get back to you guys as quick as possible. If it does take me a while, I apologize. Just send me another message because the way Patreon alerts me to messages is kind of weird, so I might not see it right away. So just send me another one, and hopefully the alert will pop up in a place easy for me to see. But anyway, with all that said, as always, hope you got something out of this video. I really appreciate you watching. I was expecting you to have another little digression. Oh, actually, speaking of digressions, so to explain why this thing drew blood on me, it was because I'm an idiot, and I was going to open the action so I could put a chamber flag in it because the range I use requires chamber flags, and I was holding the wrist of the gun when I did it, and so it just opened the bolt right into my hand, and 100% my fault. That was just a dumb guy thing.
It was 100% your fault.
Yeah, the back of that bolt is sharp.
I haven't bled today. How could I be doing stupid and bleed? Oh, here we go. Let's do that. That was you.
I think that's exactly how that conversation went.
Oh, yeah.
Or how that
Conversations in your head are weird.
It's true.
It's an Air Force thing.
Well.